Welcome to Glasscraft's How to Install video using our Houdini hardware for a double door installation. Before you begin, please make sure to read the instructions thoroughly and gather all the necessary tools and parts required for the installation. Let's determine the required minimum door sizes for a double door installation. We recommend that the total width of both doors, when side by side, be at least 8 inches wider than the wall opening. To determine the door height, measure from the top of the wall opening down to the floor and add 1 inch. If there is casing on top of the wall opening, measure from the top of the casing down to the floor and add 1 inch. Step 1. Installing the top track. The top track must be the same width as each door. The top track does not need to be cut if both doors are already 36 or 48 inches in width. If cutting is required, measure the width of the door, then subtract 3/16 of an inch to accommodate the combined thickness of both end caps. This is the cut size of the top track. Perform this step if needed for both of your doors. Afterwards, position the top track on the top and back side of the door to confirm proper sizing and positioning. All metal doors require 2 special mounting brackets to be properly installed. Each mounting bracket has pre-drilled holes that are to align with the pre-drilled holes on the top track. Attach both mounting brackets. Both brackets should be flush with the top of the top track. Before tightening the screws, make certain that the top track is centered with the door. Use the provided screws to securely attach the top track to the top and back side of the door. Install the soft close damper into place. Now for the hard stop. Before installing, loosen the attached hard stop screws to allow for easier installation. Next, attach the end cap by snapping into place. Then, slide both the end stop and soft close damper all the way over flush with the end cap. Tighten both the hard stop and soft close screws to secure in place. To confirm that all top track components are correctly positioned, simply place the wall mount into the top track channel. You can slide the wall mount over to check to see if the soft close damper engages and performs correctly. The wall mount should be exactly 1 inch from the edge of the top track. Step 2. Install the bottom track. The bottom track must be the same width as each door. Position the bottom track on the bottom of the door. Make certain that the bottom track is centered and flush with the front side of the door. Position the bottom track on the bottom of the door. Make certain that the bottom track is centered and flush with the front side of the door. Once in position, use a clamp or similar method to temporarily secure the bottom track in place. Use a marker to indicate the location of the pre-drilled holes of the bottom track. Pre-drill holes in the marked locations on the bottom track. Use the supplied self-tapping screws to secure the bottom track in place. Do not over-tighten the screws. Next, insert the bottom wheel assembly into the bottom track. Line up the 2 channel guides located on the top of the wheel assembly to slide into the bottom track channel. Attach the end caps. Slide the bottom wheel assembly over until it is flush with the end cap. Then, tighten both screws to secure in position. Step 3. Attaching both wall mounts. Make sure that all components have been securely attached to each door before lifting into position. To determine the location for both wall mounts, first measure and mark the center of the wall opening. Next, raise both doors and place side by side. Position both doors to line up with the center mark, with both doors in the closed position. Once in position, let's determine the height of each wall mount. Use a pencil to draw a line along the top track. When drawing the line, remember to hold the pencil at an angle, not flat. This line indicates the exact height the wall mount is to be placed. This will mark the horizontal placement of the wall mount. Position the wall mount accordingly and use a pencil to mark the pre-drilled holes. Do this for both wall mounts. Pre-drill the holes. Remove any tape or erase pencil marks. Finally, attach both wall mounts. Step 4. Attach the door floor guides. To determine the horizontal location, line up the center of the door floor guide with the center of the wall mount. Next, we'll need to determine the distance from the wall. The easiest method is to simply attach the door to the wall mount. If the wall and door are plumb with each other, use a pencil to mark the very center of the bottom wheel assembly. This mark will be the center of the door floor guide. With these two measurements, you are now ready to install. Drill 2 pre-holes for the door floor guide, double checking your measurements before drilling. Clean the area and holes, insert the floor guide anchors, and attach the floor guide securely. Step 5. Install both doors. Let's begin with installing one door at a time. Stand up the door. Make sure the center of the door is centered with both the corresponding wall mount and door floor guide. Lift the door about 1 inch over the door floor guide. Then, slowly lower the door both on top of the door floor guide and the wall mount roller wheels simultaneously. Once the door is attached and opens and closes smoothly, engage the anti-jump bars located on the top of the wall mount by rotating them both 90 degrees to extend over the top track. Then, lock the anti-jump bars into place by using a screwdriver to tighten each screw. This step is critical to ensure the safe operation of the door. If the floor happens to be uneven, use the adjustment screw located on the side of the wall mount. By turning the screw clockwise, the roller wheels can be raised by up to 1/4 of an inch. This adjustment can accommodate most uneven floor surfaces. And there you have it! Your Houdini hardware is successfully installed for a double door entry. Thank you for choosing Glasscraft. If you have any questions or need further assistance, please refer to the install guide.